Who do you like better, Goten or Trunks? Pause the video, let me know in the comment section below. At the end of the Dragon Ball Super manga chapter 77, we got a major cliffhanger, and it's one that nobody saw coming. With Cell Max being born, the Gammas go in trying to fight him because they think that Dr. Hito is dead. Gohan then drops the Sensu Bean, and everything's kind of progressing the exact same way that it did in the movie, except for one major difference. And this is like the one change that honestly could change the entire outcome of the Dragon Ball Super superhero arc. Before I begin this video, make sure to hit the like button to support the channel. Also watch all the way till the very end, and if you made it to the end, make sure to drop a hashtag end of video squad. Also, big ups on everybody who watched my Rick and Morty Dragon Ball fan manga I dropped yesterday. I'm going to continue that series, but through shorts. Before Dragon Ball Super superheroes arc began, we got a prequel arc where Trunks and Goten are superheroes. It gives us everything that we need to know before that arc actually takes place. We also get a backstory to Dr. Hito, what he was doing before, and we get like a robotic T-Rex. This prequel arc is finally paid off at the end of chapter 77, where Goten and Trunks decide to let Gohan and Piccolo take a break because, you know, they do have like the big finale to come, and they go into their superhero gear to fight Cell Max? Now, when I reviewed this manga chapter, I told you guys that it doesn't make any sense for them to face off against Cell Max because of the fact that, well, they're like maybe Super Saiyan 2, and Cell Max is so strong that the Gammas couldn't even put a dent in him, and they are Super Saiyan Blue level, so these two really can't do anything when it comes to facing off against this guy. But here is where, like, to me, this is the most exciting part, and it begs a lot of questions here, because the most exciting part for me is that in the movie, we do get Goten and Trunks, but they end up fusing together in a failed Veku fusion, and Veku actually has a lot of interaction with Cell Max, and he is huge in the ending of the fight. He actually lands on Cell Max's head, leaving him open for that final finishing blow from Gohan. That is something that we did get in the movie. So right now, where there's such a huge focus, a heavy focus on Goten and Trunks, who are actively fighting now. They're crime fighters. They're not really training, but they're actively fighting. Then to me, that means that we are changing things around. We're not going to get Veku. We could possibly be getting an adult Gotenks. And that is just so exciting for me because of one simple thing. Gotenks is really one of the few last Saiyans that rely on Super Saiyan 3. Like, the Super Saiyan 3 transformation is my favorite transformation, and they don't really use it anymore. I feel like this design is so heavily underrated and needs to be incorporated in like future Saiyan designs at some level. But the only other person that really uses this is sometimes Goku. So with Gotenks being in the mix, if he decides to go into Super Saiyan 3, he could actually hold his own a little bit against Cell Max because of the amplifier that the fusion gives to the fused partners. They get so much stronger that Super Saiyan 3 is like way stronger than it would normally be. I mean, this is just shown by Veku cracking Cell Max's head, actually dealing some damage by accident, and he was in base form. I would love to see Gotenks in this, like an adult version of Gotenks. Now, I've gone on record saying that Gotenks is not my favorite character, and actually one of my least favorite because of the fact that, you know, it doesn't give Goten and Trunks time to shine on their own. They just had a lot of time to shine in the prequel arc. They're shown to be completely different in a lot of different ways, and they are now superheroes. So I feel like now I've gotten enough of their individual characteristics that I don't mind having Gotenks in here. Maybe like a much more powerful, a much more stoic kind of Gotenks. The only thing that is kind of tripping me up here is that they both go into their superhero costumes and then they go into battle. So you're asking, why is that tripping me up? Well, the reason that's tripping me up specifically is because this is not Potara fusion. If they were planning on fusing from this moment, then they would not be going into costumes because they are gonna be losing them. When you go into the fusion dance, you end up coming out with this outfit. This is always the case. I don't know what the female equivalent would be for this. But if you go into the Potara fusion, it would be a combination of both their costumes together in one really cool looking Saiyan. So I don't really know if how they're going to be handling that, if they do go into fusion, or is this just showing that they're not going to go into fusion and they're going to stay as separate superheroes, maybe to distract Cell Max and wear him down a little bit, maybe distract him enough so the Gammas could do some damage. That could possibly be the situation here, but it's so crazy to me that this is the change that they decided to make, but it seems to be the most specific one and the one that has the most impact on the story, because the entire prequel arc was about these two, so the entirety of the ending of the superhero arc could be different because of these two, which is really exciting for me to get something new. I want something different, and I am not hating these outfits at all. I think these outfits are pretty cool, but let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think they're going to go into fusion or not? Let's see what your thoughts are in the comment section below. And did you make it to the end of the video? If you did, you already know what to drop.